Minnesota 4-H Rally Pre-Advanced Class Week 2. Do 6 of the following signs one time each. Later in the day, practice the other 5 signs one time each. This is the 270 right sign. Practice this sign on your own a couple of times before you do it with your dog. Follow the arrow on the sign. Do not go around the sign. Lure your dog around you with a treat and work towards not having to use the treat as a lure. This is the 270 left sign. Practice this sign on your own a couple of times before you do it with your dog. Follow the arrow on the sign. Do not go around the sign. Lure your dog with a treat and work towards not having to use the treat as a lure. This is the moving side step right. When you get to this sign, take a step straight to the right. Do not take a diagonal step to the right. The sign should now be on your left side. This is one of 2 rally signs that can be passed to the right of the sign. This sign is the serpentine weave once. The first cone should be on your left side. Go through the cones one at a time. This is the straight figure 8 weave twice. The first cone should be on your left side. When you get to the end of the cones, turn around and come back. This is the halt 1, 2, 3 steps forward sign. Stop and have your dog sit. Then take 1 step forward and have him sit again. Take 2 steps and stop, and take 3 steps and stop. It is very important to count the number of steps correctly and not to take any little steps or shuffles in between or after the big steps. This is the call front 1, 2, 3 steps backward sign. As you are heeling, say your dog's name and come and run backwards a few steps. Have your dog sit in front of you. Then say your dog's name and come again. Back up 1 step and have him sit in front of you. Do the same thing, but take 2 steps back and have him sit. Now take 3 steps backward and have your dog sit. It is very important to count the number of steps correctly and not to take any little steps or shuffles in between or after the big steps. This is the spiral right sign. The first cone should be on your right side. Make a big circle around all 3 cones. Then walk around the first 2 cones and then the first cone. Your dog should be on the outside of the circles you're making. This is the spiral left sign. The first cone should be on your left side. Make a big circle around all 3 cones. Then walk around the first 2 cones and then the first cone. Your dog should be on the inside of the circles you are making. Training is fun. Use training time to bond with your dog and keep the atmosphere upbeat and happy. You will be rewarded with a dog that looks forward to learning.